Okay, folks, we're back. Long dark it is. We are trying to figure out what we're doing. I think we might try to make our way back. But the weather's fine. The weather's fine. Okay. Is there anything we needed? We grabbed everything already, right? Got the firewood. Just make certain we've got cloth. Okay, we've got plenty of cloth. No sign of saplings. So yeah, if you're wondering what we're up to, we are doing this challenge. And this is a little bit about me. It's so puzzling to me that we can't find birch saplings anywhere. Like, we have seen 0 in 22 days. Not the simple case of like, oh, I saw them and I didn't have a hacksaw or an axe. No, it's just not available. And then we can wander along the river. If we wanted to, we really could climb down into the ravine. I just don't think it's the best use of our resources. Okay, single and strong. No saplings. I was thinking about this earlier. We probably should update our goals. We got a long way to get our goals right. So let's in this goal and then set it as a different goal. Goal amount 10 seems more realistic at this point. Okay, there we go. Trying to get to 10. Switch this back so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, here we go. Hey Laszlo, good to see you. We're still trying to find saplings. I'm going to take a peek over here. But yeah, still like 22 days and still no birch saplings. How am I feeling? A little bit better. I feel like I've got a lot of mobility back, but there is like a set of muscles that are very stiff. I may actually have to go and see a physiotherapist about that. Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm not seeing the silhouette of any saplings this direction. Let's come up here. I should. I think that would probably help, because I do feel like it does need to be loosened up more, and probably heat would help with that. Okay, we're trying this path to see if we can find anything. Gotta be some sapling somewhere. Some birch sapling somewhere. Yeah, yeah. Well, I've been trying to work in a walk in the mornings, where I kind of do more, like work more muscles than just like sitting, standing, and basic stretching, but actually work more of the muscles by moving around campus. And then I try to do some stretches as well. Middle of the day, end of the day. Nothing too crazy, but just trying to make certain that I am keeping somewhat limber. I'm still not seeing saplings. I see more rose hips, or empty rose hips. No rose hips here. I meant to do some work on my interactive fiction game today, but instead I basically rested, which was fine. Resting is fine. This fire is this fire. Is this one of ours? Oh. Again, no sapling, but the burdock is here. Yeah, I checked and I had an extra SSL cert left over, so I just applied it to the Babbaginator site. Since I figured I might as well use it for that. So my main author site has one, and the Babbaginator site has one. But my host will not let me use won't let me use the whatever that was that you sent me, the free cert thing, SSL. Let's encrypt, let's SSL, I can't remember what it's called. Anyways, yeah, my host doesn't actually allow that, which is super annoying, because they want to charge money for selling their certs, their certificates, so annoying. Okay, there we go. Thanks for the hydrate. Much appreciated. There's a wolf. Okay, what else we got here that we can drop? I don't have any meat left. No, next time we'll have the dog food. Okay, what else can we drop here? These guys need cure. These guys need to cure. One arrow, almost broken. And we could use it to hunt a bear. I guess we could fix this one. $23. Looking good. Yep, can't. Hard to believe. Holiday's already over. We'll be back into work tomorrow. I have a meeting with my boss and her boss, and probably the new boss. It's going to take over from her boss. So a little team strategic planning meeting. Figure out what we're doing next. Over lunch, which means someone else is probably picking up the bill, so. Yeah, it was Victoria Day. I was super lazy. I did not do anything other than going for a walk this morning. I didn't like call and hang out with any people in the area. I didn't. Yeah. No, it's just like I just felt like today was a good day to get some solid rest in and let my body recover. So yeah, I didn't do Twine. I like booted it up, I looked at it, and then I was just like, I could spend like a chunk of time just sitting at the computer, or I could get out of the chair and rest in bed, you know, and be able to shift my position more to let my back muscles relax a little bit more and heal. So I did that. I even took a nap. That was the other thing I did. I took a nap. That was really quite good. So hopefully I'll be less drowsy throughout this stream because I took that nap. Oh, Twine? Twine is an interactive fiction game engine. Here, I'll send you, post the link to Twine. So it's free. It's for making like choice-based games, like choose your own adventure style games. And it's designed to be able to support both people who are not coders and just want a fairly simple way to write up choice-based games, and also supports people that are, you know, want to get into the guts of the code and do interesting things. So I feel like it's really a good system for me to work with because I can focus on the writing, but then I can also have like interesting gameplay mechanics or systems that I then go into the code and write, and then have the then be able to have the story take advantage of those things that I've created. The biggest thing I would do differently the next time I build a game in Twine is I'm going to move away from using the graphic user interface that they have for, which is kind of more like a storyboard or a bunch of post-it notes. They're all passages. Visually, they display all the different passages and map the lines between them, which is fine if you have a fairly small game of, let's say, you know, under 100 or 200 passages. But the current game I'm working on is at 757 passages, so it is just really difficult to keep track of what I'm doing. So there is a different way to interact with the code, which breaks it up into smaller chunks, and you know, you could use, yeah, you basically would compile it together instead of having, yeah, this graphical front end. It's more command line. So, all right, so we are still struggling to find saplings. If I do this, I'm going to forget it, but it's a lot of extra weight to carry around. If I had more than one arrow, and if that arrow had more than 22% on it, I would be taking pot shots at all these guys. But I figure if I shoot one wolf and I lose the arrow, then what? It is not quite pure JavaScript. It does have its own interpreter on top of it. There's actually different flavors. There's Harlow, there's Chatbook, there's, what is it? Snowman? Yeah, there's a few different flavors of it, which basically are different ways of writing. Yeah. So, I don't know. It can do some pretty cool things. People that don't really know what they're doing, you can usually tell their toy games are fairly uniform. Like the visual style of the game will be pretty uniform and not very exciting. You can edit the style sheets. You can add additional JavaScript. Yeah, you can do a lot of other things to the game, to the code. So I find it's pretty interesting to work with. We're gonna go up here, see if we could find any saplings that we may have missed. Yeah, the guts is JavaScript. Yeah. I can... see if I can give you my... Let's see here. Copy link. Okay. So I did do, so the very first, I don't know if it's the very first Twine game I wrote, but this is the first one that I somewhat completed, and I submitted for the Interactive Fiction Competition back in 2020, was a game called The Cave. And you can find it archived on the Interactive Fiction Archive, and that's the link for it. You can play it. Basically, I wanted to create an interactive fiction game that was also, through your choices, how could I put it? It was disguised to look like an interactive fiction game, but actually it was a point by method for determining like the starting character stats for a D&D character in 5th edition. So in the sense that as you made choices about how you handled situations that came up, it shaped, the outcome. And the choices came about because you were exploring. You wake up in a cave in the darkness, and you're trying to find your way out. And so you start wandering around, and you bump into different things in different situations. And there's I'd also had set it up so that the arrangement of the different rooms, like the different cave chambers, was all randomized each time. So every playthrough would have a different ordering. And that it also randomized which, like, some creatures that you would run into might not be there every single run, every single playthrough. So there was some variety in it. So my biggest takeaway from working on that game was that I had overestimated the amount of effort people were going to put into, or the amount of time they would spend playing the game. The reality is, I had designed the game to be, worthy of multiple playthroughs, but the average person played through once. And if their first playthrough was unsatisfying, they didn't go and play it again. And if it was somewhat satisfying, they'd play it again, but I don't know if they got as much out of it the second time. So, yeah, I took away, like, the writing. I felt the writing was good, was interesting, compelling. but the problem was that I had not thought through both how the game resolves, like what are the win conditions for this thing, and is it possible to lose? Because really, the win condition was simply that you made enough choices that you used up all your points in your point buy pool, and then were automatically brought to a point where you could find an exit. And so it felt unsatisfactory to a lot of people, not very satisfying. Because they felt like, well, so did my choices really matter? Other than shaping what I became. But did they matter narratively? So yeah, I changed a lot of things on that. So the current game I'm working on, which if you're really interested in seeing, you could whisper to me and I'll send you like I can send you a Discord link if you're interested in being part of the beta test team to try it out. It's a much more ambitious, bigger game called Into the Dark Woods, which basically starts off also with you lost, but in this case you wake up in the middle of a forest in a clearing. And it's dusk, and yeah, it's dusk. It's cold, and we get a deer in here? Or is that deer from somewhere else? Okay, yeah. So the full release is taking some time because I keep adding to it. And you will see me sometimes streaming when I'm a little bit more motivated. I'll stream the development of it. So I'll work on the code and play test a little bit. Where are you? Okay, over the hill. Yep, figured it would break. We should have used it on the bear, but... I have to come back with this. The wind's too stormy right now. But there's more meat. We can stay here longer. We just don't have saplings, which is really sucky. Yeah, that game has all sorts of weird stuff in it. I'm pretty pretty happy with what I'm doing with it. I just wish I was a little bit more focused in terms of getting it done. I just keep coming up with new ideas about what I want to add in. And then taking my time to implement everything. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah. That's I forgot about that. Yeah, that's a pretty fun one. Yeah, so in making like the new game, the Into the Dark Woods game, I decided that one of the big things was that in the previous game in the cave, there was no real awareness of multiple endings. Like you didn't realize that there were multiple endings, different ways that the thing could resolve. So I decided, well, this time around, I'm going to make a game in which I track all the different possible endings and tell you
Perfect.
what number ending you got. And that way, like the player has a distinct sense of like, oh wow, I got ending 32? 32? How many other endings are there in this thing? And so give that a try to see where they're going. Yeah, I'm pretty certain
I like
FM will
walking
get us
this
some
much gear.
saplings somewhere. There's always saplings in FM, so. But Broken Railroad often has saplings, but not this time. Then Mystery Lake should, and so does the whatchamacallit, the Milton Basin should also have. Yeah, so I'm like confident we should get saplings eventually, but it's just a bit of a pain right now. So somewhere up there is going to be a dead wolf, and we have a dead deer. No sign of saplings for us. Okay, so let's think about what else we have. 52. That's cured. 2. That's almost cured. How many hides do we have now? 2. 2 cured hides. Plenty of guts. $96. Where are all the rabbits? Put the rest of the guts somewhere else? Do we stuff them into here? Ah, we can't get inside. It would be cool if we could. No, we can't. Oh, that's right, we can always do this. We can climb up here. Ha! Look at that. Ear wraps. And an MRE. Oh, another whetstone.
That'll be useful.
It's just what we needed. Yeah, run, folks, run. I need the travois. I need the travois to be a thing for us, but we're still a ways away from that. We only have one cured maple. We have another one down. We use the other maples to make extra bows. But we do need a bag of holding. Rest for an hour. Those wolves. Okay, where are we at with kills? So there is one wolf dead finally. 2 deer, 11 rabbits. One wolf. Kind of wish we had used our arrow in that bear. Oh well. Guess we go harvest up that deer.
Come on, little fire. Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Yep, still lots of meat on this guy. I mean, isn't the, oops. Isn't the moose satchel the bag of holding? Do that to get the extra carry weight? And then we also have the tech backpack. That's also a bag of holding. They're not like superior bags of holding. They're just extra capacity. Trying to cook our way to cooking 5. Which is actually kind of hard when you don't have a lot of arrows. Let's see what we want here. Yeah, we're going to get to cooking 4. Cooking 4. Still got a long ways to go though. Well, tomorrow night's D&D night, so I'm not going to be online. At least not in the evening. And then... And then after that, Wednesday, I am streaming. Thursday, I am streaming. Friday, we will see. I think for this current challenge, I'm going to try to take each of these random challenge settings to day 50. Because they don't actually count towards any longest run. So it's really more about, like, what can we do in the first 50 days of each of these? Can we make it 50 days on this type of a challenge with these settings? This setting, I think, is really interesting because you realize how vulnerable you are to the to how much plant life is going. If the harvestable plant life is low and there are no guns, then you are really making difficult choices. Yeah, I personally like the first 50 days. I find it the most interesting part of the run. So, I always like the ramp up. And then everything after 100 days becomes challenging because I get bored. You know, it's only things like Roll With It that keep it exciting. Woo. Oh, there goes that. Okay, we'll see you in a little bit. Okay, we're not going that way. Guess we're sleeping in here tonight. Okay. No, I can make deerskin boots. They weigh 2 kilos. I would rather have the pants though. Need one more pair. I think we can do the pants. And we could actually make improvised crampons sometime too. Okay, so we are now at 3 and 4. We're ready to make pants. Yeah, we should grab more water. Don't turn it inside out. Yeah, and don't stick a second one inside of the first one. Or a portable hole inside of the bag holding. Ooh. Oh, it takes 2 hours to make that. Okay.
Feels like night is coming.
What's in this one? Ah, this is where we stashed everything else. Look, there's another maple sapling. I knew I had them stashed somewhere. Okay, so we have 3 hides. We could make another pair of pants. But the work pants, the cargo pants are fine. Guts are fine. We'll remember to grab the rabbits before we get out of here. Okay. Oh, it's windy out there. $25 now. Okay, time to look for water.
Come on, little fire.
Ooh. And 3. Ooh. Okay, so currently sitting at what, 45. I'm getting there. Pancakes. Hmm. 78. Maple sapling plus 2 others. We need 1 more, I think, right? Is it 4 maple saplings? Make a Travoy? 4 maple saplings. That's ridiculous. Oh. think I have, yeah, I got these guys. That blue one leader as well. Oh, starting to get sleepy again. I don't know, will we make it 2 hours or will we put it an hour and a half? Tired. Okay, let's see what else can we eat. Hey. Sleepiness starting to hit. Ooh. Brutalist, thanks for the sub. For 2 months. Yay. Thanks. We should give you a shout out here. Wake up. Yeah, I know. It's let's see what you've been up to.
Okay.
Oh, I showed myself up. See how tired I am?
Okay.
How embarrassing.
Let's keep moving.
Well, that's like epic level
Oh!
Inception. Oh no. Oh no. I tried to get back into the cabin and the bear got me. That's an early clip. Hey, Yutaka. Yeah, one of my friends from library school. Oh, what's going on here? Okay. It's time for us to take that nap.
It's dusk, so I can't be far behind.
All right. Try to get a full night's sleep here. So, Brutalist, what did you settle on for your classes for this summer? I'm going to take the Python class after all. I ditched the modern Chinese fiction in translation class because it was like, this doesn't even feel like it's close enough to where my areas of interest are. It's like passing interest, but not major interest, so decided to just take the Python class. Yeah, that's where it gets confusing. Prof Niels, and then, you know, my real non-stream name is Neil, so... and Prof and I did meet up when I was in Seattle for a writing and publishing conference, and so there is a photo of us together. It was like, yay, they actually exist together. Python pays more? Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. It's a little bit weird since I signed up for the Python class for later this summer, and then I got this new job where I basically get paid to teach myself things as part of my, training. So I just like say, if I don't have any projects I'm working on, I just carve out time and learn something. So I've been teaching myself Python. So by the time I take the class in July, it's not that the class will be a waste of time. It's just that I'll be no longer coming in with zero knowledge. I'll be coming in with, a more advanced amateur level of knowledge about Python. I still want to take the class. I still think I'll benefit from like someone who really knows what they're doing and having that type of structure to the approach as opposed to a little bit more haphazard, way of doing things. And though I did create a few projects for myself where there were like, you know, things I wanted to work on, and I would have to teach myself how to do things. But yeah, knowing Python does pay more in the long run. But I keep falling asleep midstream, mid game, like whatever game I'm playing. Then I feel like I'm turning into. If you ever watch Detective Conan, he is. So his girlfriend's father is a semi-famous detective who's actually not a great detective. The Detective Conan keeps drugging him, knocking him unconscious, and then using a voice changer to make it seem like that guy is actually the one that solves the case. So he gets the nickname Sleeping Detective. Not quite there yet, but sleeping streamer. Oh, roller, it's a great way to pad my wadlet. A wadlet is what you have if you spend all your time seated and working, and your rear end gets bigger and bigger, and you also get richer and richer, so then you just kind of waddle around. That's your wadlet. Yeah, I waddle around because I have so much cash in my wallet. That's what it means. Yeah. Okay, so... So the new Demon Slayer season just started up. I don't know if anyone's been watching that. Already feels like it's one of those slow starts and then it'll pick up speed, but we'll see. Ooh. More cured ones. So what's the plan here? I don't think we want to make another pair of deer pants when we already have pretty lightweight cargo pants. I don't think we need to make... Oh, we could make a rabbit. No, we have the rabbit hat. We can't wear two rabbit hats, so that's fine. Okay, let's think about things here. We definitely need at least 2 rabbits. We're not making the boots, right? These are 1.5. We're doing fine. What would we get out of the boots? 2.52. Should we do the boots? I don't know. Should we do the boots? We'll do the boots. Yeah, we've got a couple options here. I think we make the crampons. Oh, I need more metal. Okay. Everything we need. Oh. Hmm. Okay, we got 3 hours left. Not 3 hours, we have 8 hours left. We did 3 hours. And change. Okay, let's see here. So far, our goal has been simply to gear up best we can. But we really could use the tech backpack and the moose satchel, things that give us even more carry capacity so we're not so burdened. Four hours. Sleepy. Sleepy, sleepy, sleepy. Okay, let's eat some more meat then. Yeah, I can feel it. We're gonna probably have to wrap up soonish. Okay, so we're 25. We have 31% protection. Windproof bonus. I don't need these guys. Pretty good. Okay. Too sleepy. Yeah, I can feel myself drifting. Drifting. Ooh. Ooh. How are we doing here? 27 days. We started at 22, so we got our 5 days in. That's a pretty good place to stop. 5 days in. 13 days broken railroad. Yeah, I think I'm fading out. Okay, so let's get poor Astrid into bed. Done a good job getting Astrid geared up. Yeah, something like that. Oh, is Deadpool up again? So I think we're doing pretty well in terms of gear now. We just need arrows. Just need to be able to make arrows. And that is the thing that's holding us up. Okay. Okay, we have saved. We are on day 27, and we will pick this up next time. So let's figure out who we can go to raid.
We'll see.
Do you stream stuff? Well then, earn 3 times the points on streaming services, as well as digital gaming. All the time. Don't miss out on 3 times the points on streaming and more. Get the RBC Ion Plus Visa.
Seamus and I partnered up with Advil to help optimize your PC game settings, to help prevent headaches and let you play your favorite games at your best.
So that's why I don't really need to do stuff.